Good afternoon, students. This is Mr. Lopez. Will be our final Summer Bridge Virtual Academy character education lesson. I hope you've enjoyed the lessons. I've enjoyed making them. And this one is going to be on responsibility. Now, before I start, I just want to let you guys know that I'm aware that you haven't been able to do the check on learning quizzes, the journaling, the weekly check-ins, all that stuff. So don't worry about it. Character education is not for a grade, and if you're not doing that stuff, it's nobody's fault. It's just a lot of, technical issues going on. So don't worry about that. We're actually going to do a little check on learning quiz at the end of this presentation. So let's go ahead and begin. So our lesson today on responsibility is a story that I'm going to start with called Cindy and Sandy. And it's going to be about being responsible. What does that mean? Being responsible means doing what you're supposed to do, doing your job, doing what is expected. So that's what being responsible means. So let's go ahead and start with the story. It says Cindy and Sandy are identical twins. And if you ever met them, you would have a hard time telling who is Cindy and who is Sandy because they look exactly alike and they love to dress alike, just like the two little girls in the picture. But even though Cindy and Sandy look just alike, they have very different personalities because Cindy likes dolls, but Sandy likes sports. Cindy likes to eat healthy food like apples and oranges, but Sandy likes sweets like cookies and candy. Cindy is good at math, but Sandy is good at reading. And there's another way they're totally different. Cindy is responsible, but Sandy is not. Okay, so at home, Cindy shows that she's responsible by different ways. She cleans her rooms. She does her chores. She does her homework. She puts away her toys when she's done. So she's very responsible. And at school, Cindy's responsible by doing her lessons, following the rules, being kind and respectful, by listening to her teacher, by doing all the things that she needs to do at school. But at home, Sandy, now she's the one that's not responsible, but she has a messy room. She doesn't put away her toys. She doesn't do her homework. And at school, Sandy, sleeps in class. She doesn't listen to the teacher. She doesn't line up when she's supposed to. She doesn't follow the rules, and she's not always kind. So Sandy's not responsible at home or school, while Cindy is. Now, because the girls are so different, they are often treated differently. For example, one time a neighbor asked their mom if one of the girls could water his plants while he was on vacation. He said he would be happy to pay one of the girls for doing it. So who do you think the twins' mom chose? She said Cindy could do it. And at the twins' house, there is a rule. The TV isn't turned on until your homework is finished. Well, Cindy always gets to watch her favorite shows, but Sandy never gets to see hers. And Saturday, there's a rule at home. When your chores are done, you can go out and play. So Cindy always does her chores and she always gets to go out and play, but Sandy does not. And on Saturday, if your chores are done, the girls get their allowance money. So Cindy always gets paid, but Sandy does not. So Sandy started to notice all the better treatment that Cindy got, and so she went to her mom to complain. And she whined, "Mom, you love Cindy more than me." And her mom said, "Sandy, why would you say that?" And Sandy said, "Because you always treat her better." And her mom said, "Sandy, your father and I love both of you girls the same. It's just that Cindy can be counted on because she has learned how to be more responsible than you are. And privileges, or good things, usually come with responsibility." "Well, how do you become responsible?" Sandy said. So her mom explained that once a person decides that being responsible is important, he or she can work hard to act that way. And it's not always easy, she told Sandy, but if Cindy can do it, I bet you can do it too. So Sandy decided right away that she wanted to be responsible, and she began thinking of ways to improve. And now, you know what? Now when the neighbor asks her mom for a helper, her mom says Cindy or Sandy can do it. And Sandy and Cindy get to watch TV together, and Cindy and Sandy get to play on Saturday, and Sandy and Cindy get their allowance because now Sandy and Cindy are both responsible. The end. So let's talk about what it means to be responsible at school. So what does being responsible at school look like? So it means doing your work, okay, getting your work done. It also means following your teacher's directions, doing what your teacher tells you to do. Okay, following the rules in the classroom, the rules in the cafeteria, there's rules on the playground. So following the rules is part of being responsible. Being kind to others, that's part of our hymn dog, is to respect all living things. So being kind to others is definitely being responsible. Lining up when you're supposed to, sitting down when you're supposed to. These are all parts of being responsible, doing what you're supposed to at school. And being safe, kind, and respectful. Again, these are just, what your expectations are at school and what it means to be responsible when you're at school. So what does being responsible look like at home? Okay, the first one says doing your homework before playing video games or watching TV. The next one says doing your chores. The next one is putting your toys away or your bike away, or you're, making sure things get put away when you're done with them. Cleaning your room. Listening definitely to your parents and guardians and following their rules at home. And being honest with others. Part of taking responsibility is when something happens is not lying about it. Admitting things when they're your fault is definitely part of being responsible at home and at school. Okay, so that ends the lesson. Let's go ahead and do our check on learning quiz. So the first one says, what does the word responsible mean? Is it A, doing something when you feel like doing it? Is it B, doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do? Or is it C, not doing what you're supposed to do? Okay, A, B, or C? Which one do you think it is? And the answer is B. Okay, hopefully you chose that one because that's what being responsible means. It means doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, the next question on our Check on Learning quiz are, what are ways to be responsible at school? Check all that apply. A, doing your work. B, sleeping in class. C, following the rules. D, teasing others. And E, being kind to others. So which ones that apply? Is it A, doing your work? Yes, definitely. Is it B, sleeping in class? No way. Is it C, following the rules? Yes, following the rules is being responsible. Is it D, teasing others? Nope, that's not being responsible. How about E, being kind to others? Yep, that is definitely being responsible at school. So the next question is, why did Cindy get better treatment or more privileges than Sandy in the story? Was it A, she was the parents' favorite? Was it B, she was the nicest of the twins? Or was it C, that she was the most responsible? And the correct answer is C. So hopefully you chose C. Because remember, more privileges, more opportunities, better treatment, that comes when you're more responsible. So how does one become responsible? Is it A, a person is either born responsible or not? Is it B, someone must make you become responsible? Or is it C, that a person has to decide to be responsible? And the correct answer is C. Okay, remember, a person becomes responsible when they decide it's important and then they work hard to act that way. It's not because you're born responsible or someone makes you become responsible. Okay, responsibility comes when a person decides to be responsible. Okay, and one last question on our Check on Learning quiz. What are some responsibilities at home? Okay, we can check all that apply. Is it A, watching TV and playing video games? Is it B, doing your homework? Is it C, doing your chores? Is it D, blaming someone for my mistakes? And is it E, putting away my toys? Okay, A, watching TV and playing video games. Is that a responsibility at home? No. Is it B, doing your homework? Yes. Is it C, doing your chores? Yes. Is it D, blaming someone for my mistakes? No. Is it E, putting away my toys and belongings when I'm done with them? Yes. Okay, so again, remember, that's what responsibility looks like at home: doing your chores, doing your homework, putting away your toys. That's how you can be responsible at home. Okay, so one more thing on our Check on Learning quiz. Now this one is a true or false statement. So is the following statement true or is it false? And it says, a person who chooses to be responsible earns more respect and trust from someone or from others than someone who is not. Is that true or false? And the answer is That is true. Okay? A person who chooses to be responsible definitely earns more trust and respect from others, and that is a very important thing. Okay, and to summarize what we have learned so far, so you can just follow along. It says being responsible means doing your job, whether it's at school or at home, and doing all the things that you're supposed to. A person can become responsible when they decide it's important and they decide to act that way and do the things that they are supposed to do. A responsible person gains more privileges, that means advantages, they get better treatment because they have earned more respect and trust than someone who is not. And having trust and respect from others is definitely important and can make a person feel good about themselves. Now remember, anyone can be responsible if they choose to be. And before I leave, I wanted to say have a great summer, the rest of your summer. I really miss seeing you guys, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys again in the fall. I hope you stay safe, stay positive, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.